Today, I thought I would share with you 10 things that I quit doing in retirement. And some of these are probably ones you've heard before, but I'm willing to bet a couple aren't. They may be new to hear. Welcome, friends. And if we're not friends and you want to be my friend, just hit subscribe and we'll be friends. Hi, I'm Rose, and this is my channel where we talk about everything having to do with retirement. Now, the number one thing I quit doing was driving during rush hour. And that's probably one a lot of people say. And I believe that when you're retired like I am, there's no reason to be on the road during rush hour, especially here in Phoenix, in the Valley. It is madness. In fact, there's no really rush hour because it's rush hour all the time, but there's less of a rush hour during certain parts of the day. And today, it seems like as you're out there and there's all this traffic, like, does no one work anymore? It seems like everybody's on the road. But then when you do get stuck in rush hour, not intentionally, yeah, it's madness. So there's traffic all the time. So I try to not drive during rush hour at all. I will go out of my way to avoid that. Number two is driving at night. And not because I don't have good eyes, because I had cataract surgery and I got the forever eyes so that I don't have to wear glasses or anything anymore. But I just don't like driving at night. I certainly don't go to the ATM at night like I used to. I don't stop at the gas station. If I'm out at night, I go straight home. So if I happen to be babysitting at my kid's house, and it's late when they get back, I'm just heading straight home. I don't stop anywhere else. I don't stop for a soda. I don't stop anywhere. I just hate driving at night, specifically on the freeway. And unfortunately, it's 2 freeways from his house to get to my house. Number 3 is shopping on the weekends. Oh my God, it's madness. I don't want to shop on the weekends. There are so many people out there and you can't find a parking spot. And especially in the summer here, it's madness because everybody wants the shaded spot and there aren't that many shaded parking spots. And then in the winter here, there are so many snowbirds here, you can't even get a parking spot. I mean, you're actually circling trying to find one. The 4th thing is eating late. Not because I can't stay up, but you know, your digestive system changes and your tolerance for food changes as you get older. So now that I'm retired, I don't eat late anymore because I need everything to digest before I go to bed. You know, you don't want heartburn, and if you get it, then you're up all night and that just throws everything off, throws off your sleep, it throws off everything. So I will avoid eating late night. Number 5, and this might surprise you, I try not to travel without getting some kind of an upgrade. And I don't want to pay full price either. So it takes some working, you know, to get that. So when we fly on a plane, let's say, we will book, you know, regular seats and then keep an eye on it and even inquire, is there an upgrade? But sometimes, and I don't know why, but I will get an email and they'll say, would you like to upgrade for like $200? Well, yeah, sign me up. So I look for those things because I like to travel with upgrades. And if they're free, that's even better. But I'll pay a little something for it because I don't like sitting in a plane, you know, all scrunched up. And, you know, the seats are getting smaller and smaller. They're squeezing more people into those planes. So I want an upgrade if I can get an upgrade. Number 6 is DIY construction. I'm too old for that. I can't do that anymore. And when I tell you DIY construction, what I'm talking about is I'm not talking like build a shelf. We used to do everything ourselves. I've done electrical, I've done plumbing, I've done drywall, texturing, we've done painting, laying down tile floors, wood floors, you name it, we've done it. It saved us money and it was able to, we were able to get things done over a little bit at a time. And we took pride in that, but honestly, I'm too old for that. My body can't take that. And I don't want to take the time. So I mentioned before about my shower here. My master shower needs to be redone, not because it's falling apart, but it's just not something I enjoy. It's a darker color and I don't like that. But I know I'm going to have to pay somebody to do that. So it's going to be a while before I can do that. Now, could I do it myself? Mentally, yes, I know how to do it, but physically, I don't think I could do that anymore. So DIY construction, no more. Number 7 is yard work. I hate yard work. I don't like cleaning a house. I hate yard work even more. So that is something we don't do anymore. And living in a retirement community, they keep the grounds clean, but you have to keep your property. So we do pay somebody to come once every 2 weeks to come and maintain our property. We do have desert landscaping, so nobody's mowing the lawn, but the bushes need to be trimmed. The HOA rules are very strict here. So we have some trees, mature trees that need to be trimmed. Everything needs to be kept nice and neat, and then they got to pick up all the leaves, which is really hard to do. Picking up debris out of desert rock, that is really hard. You have to know how to work a blower, and that is a skill. Let me tell you, working a blower to get it all into a pile, to get it into a bag. To me, it would be all over if I tried to do that. So that's something we pay somebody. We put it in our budget, and that's important for us. Number 8, which I mentioned in a prior video, is caring what other people think. At some point in your life, you just can't dwell on that anymore. You have to be true to yourself. I try to look decent when you go out, try not to act like an idiot, try to drive safely, any of those things. But I don't really care. If I'm driving down the road and I know I'm driving like I should, and somebody drives by and, they tailgate you or they drive by and flip you off, it used to upset me before. Like, you want to catch up and go like, what's your problem? But I don't care. If you're in a hurry, you need to pass me, go right ahead. You go. I'm fine. I don't care anymore. You can flip me off. I'm not going to flip you off back. I just don't care. Number 9, it kind of goes in with that, is dressing for others. When you're working, you have to fit in, you try to dress the right attire, business attire, or whatever, casual Fridays, whatever it happens to be. And I always have trouble. I'm a slight colorblind, so I always had trouble with color matching, or, what goes with what. To me, all colors go together. But I would have friends, and then when I got married, I had somebody else telling me, if that doesn't go, you're not wearing that. And I took their advice and I did that. Now, retired, if I think it goes, I'm going to wear it. I'm not going to wear a shirt with a hole in it and raise your arm, have a hole in your armpit. I'm not going to have a ketchup stain on my shirt and go out in public, unless it happened while I was in public. Then I'm not going to go home and change. But the point is that if I think that outfit looks okay, that's what I'm going to wear. And if I want to wear jeans when everybody else is wearing shorts, that's what I'm wearing. If I'm wearing the shoes that don't necessarily go with that outfit, for example, if I'm wearing blue shoes and I'm wearing gray pants and a yellow shirt, I'm wearing blue shoes. I'm not wearing my gray shoes because that's what I want to wear. And the number 10, I quit coloring my hair. That was a lot of money. That was a lot of money to spend. Women pay so much money to have their hair done. The color had to be right. It had to have highlights in it. And then the cut. And I would spend like 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours at the hairdresser. And then I would pay them an exorbitant amount. And, I just don't care anymore. I'm 63. I'm embracing it. I have gray hair. That's what happens when you get older. Same thing with the wrinkles. I'm not going to get a facelift. Would I look better like this? Probably. I'm not going to get a facelift. This is me. These wrinkles. This is who I am. So I think that is the biggest one that a lot of people have trouble, especially women, embracing when you're retired and you're older, is, this is what God gave me. This is who I am. And I can tell you honestly, no one's ever come up to me and said, girl, you look terrible. You need to fix that. No one said that. And if they did, they wouldn't be my friend. And I wouldn't care anyways, but I think that's important. That's part of accepting yourself. So leave in the comments, is there something you gave up in retirement? Maybe some things that you changed. You just said it's not worth it anymore, or I don't care about that anymore. Leave a comment. Let me know what that is. I'd love to hear it. And I want to leave one message with you. Just remember, there's only one you out there. Own it. Be proud of who you are. Embrace who you are. If you don't like yourself, how can you expect anybody else to like you? You got to be who you are, and people will like you for that. Okay, so be true to yourself. Be you, okay? And I just want to say thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate you subscribing and liking and sharing them if you find them valuable. And I really do from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching my videos. and I'll see you real soon.